Hey, Steve here. Gee, this software has really sparked the imagination of a lot of people. A lot of racing price monitor people have jumped on the RPM bot, and I just need to explain a few things because I get some emails about the little boxes don't seem to line up with what I thought they would line up with. So in this video, we're going to show you how does the RPM bot select the horses to your instructions. So as you're well aware, you've got the instructions below. So let's have a look. When you enter the details you want, um, we'll just look at the top part here because this is the top part is what actually gets the prices. Okay, so on back one here, for example, we've got our T1 timer set at 12 minutes. That means the first time the bot will look at this race for back one is 12 minutes from the official start time. Then 9 minutes, 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, minute 30, and then at 30 seconds I've instructed this bot before the start to actually lock away all the times, all the prices, and place the bet. So while we've got T1 through to 6 up there, this time here of when to place the bet is what we call TO. Now I'll explain that in a minute. So the next thing we need to look at is in this one here, the qualification is the last three boxes need to be green. Okay, so we'll show you that in a sec. Okay, so we're looking at the highlighted boxes and what they determine when the bot checks the prices. So the very first check will be 12 minutes out, as I said, and that's the T1. So let's look at the log file. This is what reflects everything the bot does, and we're looking at that back one for you now. So here is the log file for back one. We can see here it's got back two and back three, but the orange highlighted ones are back one. So we can see there at 10:51, which is 12 minutes from the official start for Idana, the horse called Idana, the bot checks the price, the T1 price at 12 minutes. Okay, and it's saying its price is at 350. Then at 9-minute mark, T2, it checks the price and it sees the price is 460. T3 is 7 minutes out, the price is 530. T4 at 5 minutes, the price is 460. T5 at 3 minutes, price now is 470. And T6, 1.5 minutes before the official start, it's 4.7. So it's got those six prices, and then at the 30-second mark, which is when we've said we want the bets to be placed, it locks in the price at the 30-second mark, which is 3.85. Okay, so that 3.85 is what anchors the colours to all of these prices up here. So we come down to the colour chart here, and Idana is the horse that we're looking at. Now, the T1 price, our 12-minute price, is here. This is our T2, our T3, T4, T5, and T6. Okay, and then the anchor price, our TO price, is when the bet is going to be actioned. So at 30 seconds out, the bot locks that price in, and the price is $3.85. For it to be green, every price that we come to has to be higher than 3.85. So that means the horse is coming in price. So at the T6, which was 1.5 minutes, the price was 470. So you can see it's higher than 3.85, so it's green. T5 is 460, once again higher, so it's green, and so forth till we come to the T1 price that was done at the 12-minute mark. Price was 345. 345 is lower than 385, so it is red. Okay. Back one, we're just looking at the last three boxes, which are these ones here, and they must be green. So these three are green. This means that if the odds that we've set, for the strategy, if the odds in that meet, then Adana is going to be our selection. If we had marked all green, then this horse wouldn't qualify because the T1 colour is red. So we go T1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so when you see the horse's name, the one closest to it is the time furthest out, 12 minutes in this case. Okay, so that's how it gets it. But when you're looking at the software in step 2, you may be saying the 6 boxes don't seem to be correct. Okay, there's a sequence that you need to follow in order to get the correct interface on the bot. Now let's say we're looking at back 1. So we need to click on the left-hand side, we need to click on the back 1 race. So we've got back 1 race, back 1 venue, back 2 race, etc. So it needs to be clicked on the back 1 race. And then it needs over on the right-hand side to have back 1 clicked again. So that's 2 areas that you need to be saying that they are back 1. And then you click on the race that you want. In this case, we want to look at the Cairns race 7. So we click on Cairns race 7 and it produces in the interface here the back 1. You can see there and there. And this is the chart for back 1. So this is the chart that reflects these settings over here from the T12, 9, 7, right through. Okay, so that's what's reflected there. And if we wanted to then go and look at, and then if we go down here and have a look at race 3, you can see we've clicked on race 3 here to get the right one, race 3 in strategy, and then we would be clicking on Cairns race 7 here to get the colour chart that we wanted. Some of you have asked what happens if we just want to click a short time span like 5 minutes, for example. Well, in back 3 here, you can see we've got T1 at 5 minutes, T4 at 5 minutes, T5 at 3 minutes, T6 at 30 seconds, and then our TO time to bet is 10 seconds. In that case there, we're only looking at these three squares here. How do we get these other 3 squares if the bot's not checking? Well, those 3 squares there are just a reflection on this third square. If that's red, they'll all be red. If the third one's green, these will all be green. But the bot is only looking at the last 3 prices here. Okay, so that's all it's looking at, those 3 colours here. So we can see here none of the last 3 are all green, so there's no selection in back 1. In this back 3. And if we look down at the log file, we can see here race 6, that was the race before, is the last entry there. And then we look at the first entry for race 7 at Cairns. The race is at 5:20, and the first time the bot checks it is at 15:15. So 5 minutes out from the start. If you've only got those last 3 times filled in, then it's only the bot's only checking from the 5 minute or whatever amount you've got from there. And if we go down and have a look at the back 3, back 2, back 1, we can see there that the charts are indeed different. If we look at Cabela Road, we've got 2 greens. Here we've got a green, a red, 2 greens. And down here we've got a green at the beginning and a green at the end. So those are the 3 strategies we're running, and they all reflect different pictures as they have different tee times and different start times for the race. So that's why the graphs are not the same. Okay, I hope this helps you with that. Why doesn't the graph look like it should? And that's just because you're probably clicking on like if you're clicking on back 3 here, but you haven't clicked on back 3 over on the left-hand side, or consequently the other way around. But basically, you're not clicking on the right race on the left-hand side to correspond with the input on the right-hand side. So thanks for watching this. How do we get the squares? I hope it's clearer now to how we reflect on the green and red boxes. Thank you.